Hi, I'm Annie Stores. Welcome back to another video. So this video is very exciting on a couple of fronts. So I have a Disney trip announcement for you, yay! And also the winner of the cruise line giveaway. So let's jump in. So I have talked about it on my channel before, but I am a member of the Disneyland Paris Dream Team. And what that is a group of volunteers who help out with guest queries on the website. So really to help guests maximize their upcoming trips, if they've got any queries about booking a trip, kind of ticket types, hotels, experiences, that kind of thing. And really help people make the best of their upcoming trip, which includes helping people to plan their trips, which is very fortunate. Like, I am just so thrilled to be part of the Dream Team. I've met some amazing people, and although we haven't met in person, we've been meeting virtually during this COVID period. They're just the nicest bunch of people, and it's just been such a pleasure to be part of that team. So I have been very kindly awarded this trip by Disneyland Paris by being a member of the Dream Team to really help continue to gain experience and knowledge of the parks, and I just can't wait. And I also can't wait to wear my very own Disneyland Paris Dream Team lanyard while we're out there. Haven't had the opportunity to wear it yet, and I'm excited. So we will be traveling to Disneyland Paris next month, and this trip has now been booked for quite a while, and obviously things were looking pretty uncertain at various different points. So I just tried to kind of keep it at the back of my mind, thinking hopefully it goes ahead, but obviously given the uncertainty of the last 15 months, nothing is as certain, is it? But now, with obviously the recent relaxation of the Amber List requirements and the rules for accessing France and things, it's looking like it's pretty likely that it will go ahead now, so I can get full on in excited mode and full on into planning mode. So next month, like, it's really not that long at all. I'm just so excited because the last time we were in Disneyland Paris was in 2018, so it feels like the longest time. And I really just can't wait to get back into the parks. I mean, we've obviously only recently done the Disney cruise, which was just incredible. But it is a very different experience to the parks, and just can't wait to like see the castle. And I know there is refurbishment going on at the moment, some hoarding up and things, but I don't think it's going to detract at all from the fact that that beautiful castle will be right in front of us. And then of course all the experiences, so the rides, the characters, you know, the selfie spots that are set up, they look incredible, they look really well done. So I can't wait to make use of those. Just cannot wait to be there. So into the details of what we've booked, we have a 2-night stay that we're sort of making use over a long weekend. We are staying in Hotel Cheyenne, which is one of my favourite hotels to stay in at Disneyland Paris. Like, we just love the Toy Story theming. It's just so cute. Like, we've always taken Oscar there because when he was little he was really into Toy Story, and it was just perfect for him. The location is really well like sited to the parks. It's really close, like within walking distance, so we often make use of that instead of jumping on the bus. And again, everybody who has been to the parks or the resorts before, everyone has their own smell, and the smell at Cheyenne is just exactly what I would imagine the Wild West to have been, if that makes sense. So I just can't wait to experience it again and just take it all in. But we love spending time at that hotel. There's like loads of different facilities around, probably some changes with COVID, but the restaurant in there is like really well themed, chuck wagon, and really good food. So yeah, we just can't wait to be back. And another thing which is just making the whole trip even more exciting is that we've actually booked to stay over my birthday weekend. So I am turning 34 in September, and I am the only one in my family who hasn't had their birthday in Disney, and I don't know how I've allowed that to happen, to be quite honest with you. Oscar's had his birthday there, he had his 4th birthday there. Sophie and Chloe, we went for their, I think it was their 15th birthday, and Pete, on our very first trip pre-Oscar, we went to Disneyland Paris. So this was getting on for 10, 11 years ago, I think, and it was his birthday while we were out there as well. So yeah, like I say, everyone has had their birthday there except me, and I can't wait to wake up and be in Disney on my birthday because, you know, as we all know, this the last 15 months has been absolute hell. I can't imagine anything better, anything more that I want to do than wake up on my birthday and head over to a Disney park and just take it all in. Like, oh, I honestly just feel incredibly excited about this trip coming up. A couple of things that we've got planned. We have booked into the Manhattan restaurant, which is the newly refurbished Art of Marvel hotel, which previously has, well, I suppose it's cited where Hotel New York was. That restaurant looks incredible. It's been rethemed recently. It has a giant chandelier and that's reminiscent of Asgard, and it's an Italian themed menu from what I understand, which, you know, love Italian food. So we've got that booked, which I really can't wait to experience. A couple of the Disneyland Paris Dream Team members have already been on their trip, and one of them has eaten at Manhattan restaurant and couldn't recommend it enough, just said it was fantastic. It's just going to be incredible. And then on my birthday day itself, we've got Bistro Chez Remy booked, which is one of my favourite restaurants in Disneyland Paris. It's just so cutely themed, and it does make you feel Remy size with, you know, everything that's kind of oversized, and it's, you know, that it gives you that forced perspective of being little. And I just love that, you know, the ride going through as well. Like any restaurant that you can see or experience the ride, I think is always great as well. And Ratatouille ride is obviously, you know, a fantastic ride as well, so hopefully we'll get to jump on that a couple of times when we're out there. We have only booked 2 restaurants. I was chatting to Pete around our plans and was asking, like, should we book any more, because we have so many favorites, like Captain Jack's restaurant, which is based on Pirates of the Caribbean and is also located where the Pirates of the Caribbean ride is. I absolutely love that. You know, the food there is just incredible. And also Silver Spur, I see, has just recently reopened. That's based in Frontierland and also has an incredible menu. But Pete suggested that, given that we're only there for the weekend, we probably want to try and make as much use of the park as possible, because, you know, we can't eat any other time anywhere else. He has a point, but as I'm sure you've probably gathered if you've been watching my videos for a while, I'm all about the food. I'm an absolute glutton, and I think Disney food, Disney dining is part of the experience for me, so I love experiencing all the different things that the parks have to offer. But he is right on this. We are only there for a short time, and who knows when we'll be able to get back again. So he's right, I've limited it down to 2 evening meals. So we'll go and experience those. Of course, we'll really enjoy them, I'm sure. And then the rest of the time, I think we're going to utilise the counter service offerings, which previously on all of our other Disneyland Paris trips, we've always taken advantage of the meal plan. So we've always had kind of meals that we need to use up, and therefore we've usually booked like the sit-down restaurants to make the best use of our meal plan. But yeah, this time it just makes far more sense to kind of grab and go as we're kind of walking around. So I need to have a look at some of the counter service options, because there's quite a few now, and like I say, we've never really been to them before. So I guess in some ways it's kind of opening up a whole other world that I'm sure will just be as incredible. And then for breakfast, we do normally eat breakfast at the Chuck Wagon, which is at Hotel Cheyenne. Pre-COVID, they did a really good hot buffet breakfast. They did like bacon and scrambled eggs and these tiny little sauté potatoes, which don't usually have on a breakfast, but actually it's a combination that works. So I don't know what the situation is like, but we'll probably stock up on some breakfast things before we go, so that, again, we can probably just grab and go as we're getting along, because we want to be in those parks as soon as they open, and we want to spend as much time in there as we can, because it's been such a long time. And this will also be our first trip to Disneyland Paris where Oscar's kind of big enough and old enough to go on some of the bigger rides. When we were taking him when he was little, obviously he was too little to go on certain rides, but he wasn't really that much of a thrill seeker, to be honest. He just enjoyed some of the smaller rides, you know, the firm favourites, Peter Pan and Casey Jr. and It's a Small World, that kind of thing. He loved those. But it was when we went on our Walt Disney World trip, I think he just asked to go on a bigger ride. I'm just trying to think what it might have been, possibly Big Thunder Mountain or Space Mountain. and he just loved it, and from there he seemed hooked. So he went on all the big rides across Walt Disney World, or the ones that he was like height appropriate for. So now taking him back to Disneyland Paris when he's excited about rides and big enough to ride them, it feels like it just opens up a whole different like world for us now, because previously when we've been in the parks when Oscar was little, we did utilise the rider switch service between Pete and I, but you know, we like to spend time as a family and we don't really like separating that much. Plus, whilst I don't mind riding solo, it's definitely not as fun as riding with others. So to be fair, on our previous trips when Oscar was too little to ride, we just typically tend not to bother. So now that he's big enough, he's excited to ride. I mean, that's just going to be fantastic, because there's so much that he hasn't seen, and it just then feels like we're going to be approaching the park again with kind of different view on things, and getting to go into areas that typically we might have avoided a little bit more because, you know, there wasn't really that much for Oscar to do. That's just going to be incredible, because it's nice to do things as a family, and like I say, now that Oscar's at that age, I think he'll really enjoy some of the rides that Disneyland Paris has to offer. And finally, we want to make the most of Disney Village as well. There's loads of great shops and bars and restaurants in there, which again, when Oscar was a bit littler, we probably didn't like visit or spend as much time in there as we would have wanted to, just because it wasn't really his thing. Whereas now that he's a bit older, he's, you know, a bit happier to kind of do some of that stuff now, you know, hang around different like bars for like a quick drink and pop in and out of the shops and things, and just see what it has to offer. Because I think, again, since the last time we were there, there's been quite a few changes, more restaurants added and things, more counter service restaurants added, so that's going to be fun to explore and just see what's new and what's different since the last time. So not long to wait now for the countdown. Of course we will be vlogging it, and you know, the support that we receive from our Disney cruise vlogs, we're really excited to share this trip with you because you seem to really enjoy that. So thank you for watching. We've appreciated every single lovely comment that you've made. It's honestly, it just makes my day to see them all. Can't wait to vlog this trip and share it with you and bring you along for some more magic. So that's it for the trip announcement. Hopefully we'll be bringing the vlogs to you very soon, and we've got a couple of little ideas ahead of the trip, so stay tuned for that. But then on to another exciting thing around the giveaway winner. So if you haven't seen, in our Disney cruise haul video, I also picked up some extra bits to do as a giveaway prize. And thank you so much for everyone that has entered that giveaway. It's just fantastic, again, to read all of your amazing and lovely comments, and I'm so glad to share a bit of pixie dust. So let's get on with that and see who the lucky winner is.
So I'm just going to use a random comment picker to pick the winner. So I've popped the video in, and let's start the raffle and pick random winner. Congratulations, Ariana.
So congratulations to the lucky winner. If you can pop me a message either here or over on Instagram, then I'll arrange to get your details from you and get your items posted to you as soon as possible. And hopefully, if you're on an upcoming cruise as well, in time for your cruise. Thank you to everyone that entered, and congratulations again. If you want to see more giveaways, especially maybe a Disneyland Paris giveaway, then do let me know, because I always think it's nice to share a little bit of pixie dust where you can. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, especially if you want to look forward to the upcoming Disneyland Paris vlogs. I can't wait to share them with you. So I'll see you soon.